January 1999, a cold winter evening in Virginia. A quiet family home, about to become the scene of unimaginable horror. This is the true story of Paul Warner Powell, a man whose hatred turned into murder and whose own words dragged him back to death row. Paul Warner Powell was only 20 years old, but his mind was far darker than his age. He was obsessed with 16-year-old Stacy Reed, but Stacy had no interest in him. What enraged Powell even more was discovering that Stacy was dating an African-American boy. Powell believed in white supremacy. To him, this was unforgivable. Hatred grew, and hatred demanded action. That night, Powell went to the Reed family home. He threatened Stacy, demanded she go out with him. She refused, and in that moment, a monster was unleashed. Paul Powell murdered Stacy Reed. Then, shockingly calm, he walked into the kitchen, poured himself a glass of iced tea, and sat down to wait. He was waiting for Christy, Stacy's 14-year-old sister, to return home from school. When Christy arrived and asked, "Where's my sister?" Powell dragged her into the basement and stabbed her repeatedly. He believed both sisters were dead. He was wrong. Bleeding and barely alive, Christy Reed survived. When her stepfather came home, he found a scene of absolute horror and immediately called police. After long surgeries and treatment, Christy opened her eyes. Without hesitation, she named her attacker, Paul Warner Powell. In court, Powell showed no remorse. He mocked the victims, called them stupid, smiled for cameras. He was convicted of capital murder and sentenced to death. But then, something changed. When the sentence was read, Powell collapsed. He cried, begged for mercy. Due to a legal technicality, prosecutors couldn't prove attempted rape. His death sentence was reduced to life in prison. Powell believed he had won. Forever. Confident and arrogant, Powell wrote a letter to the prosecutor. In it, he confessed, laughing, to everything. He wrote, "Since I've already been convicted, you can't sentence me to death again. So I thought I'd tell you what really happened. Ha. You're all fools, and you saved me." He also admitted he intended to kill the entire family, and he sent threatening letters to the girl's mother. Powell didn't realize one thing. His letters were new evidence. They proved attempted murder. They reopened the case. A new trial began. This time there were no loopholes. The court ruled the crime as aggravated murder. In 2003, Paul Warner Powell was sentenced to death, again. This time there was no escape. He was executed in the electric chair, trapped by his own words, destroyed by his own arrogance. This case teaches us a powerful lesson. Hatred doesn't just destroy others, it eventually destroys the one who carries it. Evil may feel victorious for a moment, but truth always finds a way back, and arrogance is often the rope that evil uses to hang itself. Justice may be delayed, but it is never denied. If you believe truth matters, if you believe justice should be told, subscribe to this channel. Like the video to support real storytelling. Comment your thoughts below, and share this story so the world never forgets. Because silence only protects evil.